It looks like James Gunn and Andy Muschietti are starting to plan the DCU out years at a time. And right now, we are hearing that the next series entering production will of course be Waller, followed by Lantern. But Waller, more importantly, is going to shape up to be more important than anybody could have foreseen, as it's supposed to have direct ties to Batman Brave and the Bold, and possibly even feature some characters from that upcoming film. So right when the DCU started, James Gunn made it very clear that the first two series that they would be working on would be his very own Peacemaker Season 2, and then also the Waller series, which they teased would be completely different and not what we expect. Well, brand new reports are shedding light on what exactly he was talking about, and if this turns out to be true, we are jumping into the Bat world that James Gunn is constructing way earlier than most people thought. So what we are hearing is that they have essentially set up Waller to be about her looking at all the heroes slash villains that are in this universe with her whatever organization she's going to be running in this. Maybe it's Argus, maybe it's something else. I mean, who knows if they're going to reframe anything from the DCEU. But the more important factor is that reportedly we will be seeing Gotham for the first time in this actual series, and that the intent is to build out what Gotham looks like, drop some hints of what's going on in that world, about where Batman has been, what some of the Bat family is up to, and possibly even showcase some Bat characters if they're cast early enough. Now, in my opinion, you probably don't toss Batman or Damian in there because you got to save them for their film, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get our first look at like Nightwing or Batwoman or Batgirl, or maybe even like a Catwoman in this universe first and foremost, right? To kind of just give us a flavor of what we can expect, and then we move on to the next step. And if this turns out to be true, it's honestly probably the best case scenario to get people a lot more interested in it. Because from the way I see people talk about it, in regards to what they're most excited about, Waller is always on the bottom because everybody's like, well, what do you really get? What can you do with this character? Why should I care? Well, if it's our first look at the bigger world here, and then it's our first trip to Gotham, and maybe even seeing what the Wayne logo looks like and what's going on, and hearing about these stories about, you know, Batman and what he's doing, and he's in the shadows, but we don't see him, that's great. And maybe she sends a team out there to, I don't know, apprehend Nightwing or something, right? And that's our first look at that character and the aesthetics of the suits and the world and Wayne tech. So I'm honestly getting more excited about this, finding this out, because this is what you need to move people to be more interested in this. It's like the Penguin. It's an expansion of that world that gives us breathing room to see the world from another point of view.